Okay, hey everybody, this is Erin Woods, and I am going to record a video today for you on setting up a Facebook event. I had a couple of questions about this today, so I thought if somebody's asking for it, then maybe it's a need, and I want to try to fill your needs. Setting up a Facebook event is really, really easy. You should be able to see my Facebook homepage right now. So when you're on Facebook, you just go to Home, and then that gives you your menu over here. So you want to go into Events. Now, obviously, before you set up the event, you want to know what you're going to call it, obviously the hostess, the date and time, and how you are going to want to set it up. I should have some past events that we can look at. Give me a minute. Here we go. This was an online event that occurred Wednesday, June 24th, so you can get an idea. This is the cover page I use very often. It's a nice one. It goes along with our spring catalog. This one was real simple with the title. Jen is the hostess. I just called it Jen's Trades of Hope event. You can call it anything you want. You can call it Jen's Party with a Purpose, Jen's Trades of Hope Facebook Party. With any of these things with Facebook, I just caution you to not worry about perfection. There is no perfect way to do this, and so just kind of go with your gut and let your hostess take the lead if she wants. Now, in the actual creation of the event, I am usually the one that creates it, and you can see this one says hosted by Erin Woods, and then I added in my hostess as a host later on, just by clicking on the edit button. So when I was initially setting it up, you can see I've got a pretty simple description here. This was actually something that I borrowed from Jill Butler. I really liked that it was short and sweet. Empowering women, empowering families, empowering generations. This is Trades of Hope. This particular event was strictly online, and it was held on June 24th, and then on that night I expanded it over to July 1st so that she could get some more orders in that night. But basically this was a live feed, so I set it up the week before, and we were holding it on a Wednesday night for a 30-minute live feed. I put my website here for people to learn more, and Jen's website for shopping. And then you can see the post. But I'm getting ahead, so I'm going to show you how this was actually set up to begin with, and then we can come back and look at this one. Okay, so to create an event, what I would have done probably is opened up Jen's event or one of my recent ones and go ahead and copy and paste or copy that information. So let's create a new event. We'll call it Erin's Trades of Hope event. I'm going to maybe call it Facebook event so people know that it's online. For the details, I just copied and pasted exactly from that other one. Obviously, you're going to want to update the information so it's correct. For the place, just online, right here on this event, in your jammies, on your couch, or whatever you want to say. Again, you can be creative, have fun, you know, whatever you want to do. Then I'm going to pick the date. There we go. Let's pretend it's going to be a week from now, and I'm going to do it at 9 o'clock if I so choose, whatever the time is. Now, you don't want to put an end time because that's going to shut your event down. And then on the night that this event actually occurs, you are going to want to go into it and edit so that you can extend it out for a week so you can keep posting and people will keep seeing it. Now, you can see down here, Facebook has changed recently. It says you're creating a private event. You won't be able to change this to a public event later. So you used to be able to change the level of privacy on your events, but that's no longer the case. So you have to decide right at the moment you create it whether or not you want your event to be public or private. This is a box that says guests can invite friends, so I usually leave that checked, and that means that your hostess's guests can also invite their friends. But unless you decide at this point to make it a public event, which you'd go up here and change it to public, then it's going to be private from here on out. Public means that everyone can see it. It used to be kind of nice because on the night of the event, you could change it to public, and then people would see it on their news feeds and say, hey, what's that? And go check it out. It's going to be up to you and your hostess how you want to do it. I typically make them private, but again, your hostess might want to blast it all over Facebook, but it's also going to show up on your Facebook wall. So just consider that. Okay, then you click on Create, and it will create your event. You're going to add an event photo just like you would. I've got all sorts of things that I use in my Trades of Hope folder. But typically I'm going to use one of my standard cover photos. Here it is. And it looks nice, and then it's done. Okay, so this is all it's all created. I would go in here to edit, and down here next to host, I would add my hostess's name, and then click save. I'm not going to do that. And then so once she's added and once she joins the event, then she can invite her friends. So that's basically the setup. From there, let's go back over to Jen's event so I can show you some of the posts. From there, you just post. You can see here on Jen's event, I have the numbered posts. My current script that I've been using for my Facebook parties has 11 posts, which takes about 40 minutes to put up. But then I have posts in here that are not numbered, which means these are ones that I posted leading up to the evening of the event or shortly after. So there's post 1, that was a check-in. Post 10 was about hosting. So these are going to be all out of order because they happened on the night of the party. Now I can invite you to these old Facebook parties anytime you want, and you can check them out. And you can see too, I put videos in the comments. So really just anything you can do to engage your guests, the better. This was something that I posted prior to the event, something about my vision trip. Whatever you're inspired to do to get people to notice the event, to join it. This was my very first post after I created the event. I said, I'm so excited to partner with Jen, my hostess. Hope you'll join us. And that's where it all started. I was telling somebody earlier today, the whole thing with Facebook parties and Facebook events is that there's a big challenge when it comes to engagement. When you go into a party in a home party situation, you're obviously walking into a room, most of the time walking into a room with people that don't know you. But as soon as they meet you and you start your presentation and you have the chance to share, you can engage with them and they can be inspired by you and they can like you and they can decide to be a part of Trades of Hope because of you. When you're doing an event online on Facebook, you're not going to have that same opportunity to impact guests. You can have the most beautiful, inspirational posts, but at the end of the day, the guests do not know you. They know the hostess. And so it's really important when you're doing a Facebook event to get the hostess involved. Encourage her to make little videos and post them. You should make little videos and post them as well. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see some examples of the videos that I use. If you haven't already, I'll show you my channel. You should check it out. Hopefully you have. Erin Woods, Trades of Hope, Compassionate Entrepreneur. So if you go to this channel, I've got lots of videos. They're training videos and all kinds of things. But I have my Facebook welcome video. Here it is. And it's 50 seconds long. I've also got little product videos, which I made before we had those available, but now we have these great little 1-minute videos that you can use. But you want to get your hostess involved. That is one of the main things. Now, this is a Facebook event. You can create a group and do an event out of the group. That is a completely different thing. It's not something that I've ever done. Anna Berardi does it. We have discussions all the time about what's best, and the bottom line is, who knows? what's interesting, this party that you're looking at now with Jen, you can see that 16 people actually joined the event, and I was thrilled. That's a good number of people to join an online event. But you know how many people actually came? 0, including the hostess. Nobody came to this party. I was dumbfounded, and you know, I had all these great posts and all of this great information, and zip, nothing, no sales, no people. The hostess didn't even come. So it just goes to show you can do everything, you know, picture perfect, and you just never know. So my suggestion is to do Facebook parties. Of course, use the tool. Make it simple on yourself. Use the posts that are already created, that are in the file section. Keep them simple. Keep it short. Keep it sweet. Engage, engage, engage. Make fun little videos, and you know, have fun with it, because that's really the bottom line. Is that, you know, you want to have fun. You want to see what you can get. You want to see if you can engage with somebody, and you never know what's going to come from it. You probably cannot build an entire business on Facebook parties, but you certainly can connect with people and plant seeds through them. So hopefully this was helpful, and I am going to sign off, and thank you so much for watching.